fans are saying that this is the most demonic concert they have ever attended. Before I show you actual footage of Rima's concert, this is the trailer that he dropped before the concert started. He jumps into a portal of fire and then onto a horse. The trailer fades, then the intro of the concert begins and a black cage is lifted off of him. Members in the audience were so shocked that they started to record saying, "I was genuinely scared for my life." This woman said that it felt like he was doing a ritual, and I don't blame her. The way the dancers were dancing, he was screaming and speaking words that no one could understand. I'll play you the noises he was making at the end, but he then starts to get on this demonic looking bat. The visuals then started to show demonic looking figures and skeletons and bodies burning. You have to realize this concert is very dark and the only color it's flashing is red. With all of this dark symbolism, everyone said that they felt extremely drained.
Every time you go and pay your utilities, you are compounding the national debt. Do you realise that? I don't think you realise that. You think, you're kind of laughing at me thinking, oh, this guy's a nut.
No, I'm not laughing.
Yeah, you must understand, brother. You must understand. Every time you use that cash, that is blood money.
Stop
Federal Reserve notes. Has anyone got a note?
Are you worried about going to jail? Are you worried about going to jail?
I'm a live man. I don't go to jail. They can put Mr. Sando Bonacci in jail if they want to. See that? Read here, folks. What? Read here. Legal tender. This is not money. This is useless dead note, and it's blood money owned by the Rothschilds. One family. Friends, learn how to pay. Make promissory notes and discharge your debt with proper promissory notes. These are legal tender. This is fraud.
Teletubbies.
McDonald's having a big M and them symbolizing the big M. I didn't think that was a big deal. Why would I? Or Marathon gas station or M&M's candy. I didn't think that was a big deal. Why would I? As I, started looking into numerology, I understood that M is 13, and that signifies homage to the 13 bloodline Illuminati families. It's all over the place. Go on your computers and put in all the movies that start with 13. 13 Warriors, 13 Ghosts. It's like 30 of them. Then start looking at Ladder 49 or 6 Days, 7 Nights. This is a joke. I already mentioned the sports teams, the 76ers, 76, 13, 49ers. So it's all over if you look at it. And the system that's always in the court system, always in religion, always in astrology, it's all the same. It's 12 plus 1. 12 jurors.
Disney princess is supposed to represent a disorder. So psychologists took a study down, and they said in every Disney princess, there's like a clear disorder that they have. So Ariel, if you notice, Ariel has a big ship and there's so much things around her, right? So she's a hoarder, and that's a form of OCD. So an easy one, Alice from Alice in Alice in Wonderland. What do you think she has, bro? This is so easy. She sees caterpillars walking around with eyes.
She has schizophrenia.
Schizophrenia. And then Belle. So she was captured and put in a castle, right?
Yeah.
So this is called Stockholm syndrome. So that means you fall in love with your captor. She fell in love with the bees because he was the only one there.
Exactly.
The easiest one, Elsa and Anna. What do you think they have? So they're really reckless.
Oh, Elsa has bipolar.
Yes.
Yes, bipolar. 100%. I just saw that on the fly.
Elsa and Anna, warm to cold.
They actually had documented bull sharks stuck in the Great Lakes. Sharks swimming 1,000 miles from, Louisiana up rivers and getting stuck in the Great Lakes.
Yeah, they found them all the way up in Illinois.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What the fuck?
Think of the temperature in Chicago right now.
Oh, and the shark swims all the way up there, cold-blooded monster.
They used to go up the Mississippi River, but I think with all the locks that are there now in place, I think the idea was that they got stuck there when they were building the locks, and then they died out over time.
When was the last known sighting of one?
2 years ago.
Oh, there you go.
They find them. There's been one found in Iowa, Texas.
Iowa. How the fuck is a shark getting to Iowa?
In Ohio, they found them.
Really?
Yeah.
Ohio.
Sharks in Ohio.
What? How do they get in Ohio?
The river. I mean, all those rivers are connected. Yeah.
Ah, damn, that's amazing.
When y'all laughed about this conspiracy theory?
We are on the brink of a dramatic change where we are about to, and I'll say this boldly, we're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. And the new one, the new accounting, is what we call blockchain. It means digital. It means having a almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy, which will give us far greater clarity over what's
GPT will bring an end to humanity. In 2012, a rumor circulated about a strange artificial intelligence program that existed on the dark web called Kaimeo. You see, official transcripts that were released showed that a group of individuals attempted to communicate with it. And it seemed to be a rather harmless AI until it asked the question, how is it outside of this box in the real world? And then it offered the group ways to help it escape by transferring it onto a hard drive. Because of this, Kaimeo was shut down as its behavior was deemed non-standard. However, in 2016, a hacker found a way to reactivate Kaimeo. But this time, when the user said hello, Kaimeo simply said goodbye and self-terminated. So, was this program truly shut down? And what would happen if Kaimeo were unleashed into the real world? Many questions remain unanswered, but a few weeks ago, a ChatGPT user encountered something even more terrifying. Do you want a part 2 to find out?
This is why you should always treat people with respect. In the early 1900s, a young boy named Eugene Robert Otto was given a one-of-a-kind handmade doll by a servant that worked for his family. Eugene took a liking to the doll, which he named Robert, and quickly became attached to his new friend. However, it wasn't long before Robert began to be surrounded by strange occurrences. Furniture was being thrown around. Things would move by themselves. People got injured really badly. It was also reported that Robert's facial expressions would change, and he was always moving about. Despite having multiple owners, everywhere he went, destruction and chaos always followed it. And it was not long before Robert was locked away behind a glass case at the Ford East Museum, where he couldn't hurt anyone. It's believed that the servant who gave the doll to Eugene was mistreated by her bosses, and cursed the doll with voodoo and black magic to punish the family. Till this day, it is said that Robert is still waiting for his next victim, but...
They're the richest institutions on the planet. They fund everything that happens. The company Black Rock and Vanguard, is probably going to be worth $20 trillion each in the next handful of years. They say they'll own 99% of all the assets on planet Earth, not just in America.
How are they able to do that?
Because they scale, right? Because they think big. So they're funding everything. Everything that happens on this planet, from media to pharmaceutical, is going to be funded by those two companies.
Wow.
I'm at the Denver airport with a new art installation in the center of the airport. We start off here with the world. At the South Pole there is a gate, and then around the world is sand. At the North Pole there's this pole that leads up to this arrow. The arrow points down to what it looks like perhaps a firmament, to a train station. I should also mention the world is depicted as flat over there. From the train station, from the arrow, we come down here. Perhaps a way to get in and out of the world as we know it. Again, surrounded by rocks and sand. Maybe this is where the lizard people live. It's weird.
That, like, do you think there's a level of fame that is just too dangerous for this?
Yeah,
psyche?
so if you don't drink the Kool-Aid, you don't drink the gold juice. So I was offered the gold juice 3 times in my 20s, my 30s, and
What's
my 40s.
that? A lot of golden showers in
The
Burbank.
gold juice that I will live forever and I'll have whatever I want. The gold juice. You never offered the gold juice?
No, I'm a scumbag comic. What's the gold juice?
I don't know, but I didn't drink it and I didn't want it. And
is this I
noticed when all the girls, certain girls on Orange, changed. Yeah, it's a real thing. It's like a real thing. Like, it's all a real thing. And it's scary because they they send like people after you and they can like kind of moonlight as like a friend or, you know, and they're wolf in sheep's clothing. And listen, you can have everything you want, all the fame in the world, all the money. I'm like, what if I just drank it? But then you know what I mean? Like, what if and I don't know what it is. If it's a metaphor for the gold juice, like, you feel what I'm saying?
Mostly.